recording now. So maybe within the next few days, I will make you like a quiz, and I'll send it to you with, because what's happening right now is very often you cannot make the correct judgment. Do you need to defend or not? Very often you start attacking or doing something, and then you don't really know if your shape is okay or if it's not okay. And very often you make the wrong judgment, and then something falls apart. And so I'm gonna make you. I'm gonna find like 10 examples from your games with questions:
Okay.
is it okay or not okay? And then you'll have to guess,
Okay.
because this is a consistent problem. But today, not about this. Today we're talking about all those things that I sent you. So the first one is, I'm sending it to Yandex. So Yandex chat, which I hope you can open, and I'm sending you the first one.
Got it.
Okay,
Let me
perfect.
call it up.
So these were the examples from the last lessons game, the game that we were called cheaters on.
Yeah.
Yeah, so maybe from now on we play only free games, no rated games, not to upset people unnecessarily.
Okay. Yeah.
So this is a pretty tough question.
Okay.
It's like it's when I look at it, it's like it's I mean, when I start thinking about it and trying to understand how to find the correct answer, it's not so obvious. So your idea here was that, are you seeing the same position where there's a white stone played in?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, so the question is, how can we, because the problem is that if you do, what was it, did you do in the game? Okay, so if you do this move, for example, and then white cuts, and then you can take that stone, you can take it, but the problem is that when you take, white can give it up and do this. Atari on this side, and then push through. So this way you capture that silly little stone, the stone gets captured, but your whole group gets separated. So we see this now, and we would like to avoid it. So we would like to capture the white stone, or whatever, do something with the white stone to avoid this scenario.
What if you went the other way? Move number 2, go to R18.
Yeah, but the same thing. White is not going to save it. White's going to do this,
Ah,
right?
okay.
And then we do this, and white still separates. So we can capture that stone, no problem. But the question is not about that stone. The question is about the entire group. We would like to keep the stones just like that. We would like to keep these stones connected. And so a move like this shouldn't interfere with this. Like it looks so insane, this move. What is this move? Like we expect white can play this move maybe. Sure, this is okay. But we're not afraid of this. White plays here, even this Atari, connect. White connects, that's it. Black is all happily connected, there's no problem. But then this happens, and the question is what to do. How do we handle this? I think your suggestion was to play this move. That was your
I,
answer. And I asked you the question, like, what happens after? So, okay, let's say white extends. And then what do we do?
you don't really have much of a choice. He's going to cut you through. You kind of have to do Q16.
Yes, yes. And this is actually what I would do. If I was playing this as black, I would do exactly this. Because we want to separate white. Like, you don't want to allow white this connection over here.
Right.
And so, and if this move doesn't work, if we can't separate this way because there's a cut, then let's Atari first and see what white does. If white says, oh, I want to save it, now we connect. And the two white stones are absolutely sliced off. They're left all alone in the corner and they can't make two eyes. White can play here, okay, connect. And what next? White cannot make two eyes. White's too small. So white can push,
Right.
block, nothing. And if white plays here, by the way, look at this very carefully and tell me what to do. So let's say this is the game. white played like this, and then white played 8, what would you do?
Okay, well, the black stones at this point are basically all connected,
Yes,
and none of them is immediately under threat.
perfect. Yeah, this is the first question you ask yourself. Am I in danger? Am I in trouble? You're not in trouble. Black is perfectly safe.
You're not. There's no way for white to make two eyes at this point. If white tries to come out, you block
Yep.
either side.
Uh-huh.
So you can play away.
Correct. That is correct. So even though white just visually, just so intentionally added a move saying, hey, this is my move, but you can just look at this and ask yourself, okay, am I safe? Yes, I'm safe. Can white live? No, he can't live. So this move is a mistake. It's just a mistake, and you just ignore it and play somewhere else. Exactly. This is exactly the way to think about it. And so you would see this move, you would hesitate for maybe for some time, you would ask yourself these questions, and once you arrive to this conclusion, you play away. And you absolutely should not start doing something like this. You can do it, but you don't have to, because the white group is already dead. Okay, so that's the best solution, but I mean, there's probably other ways. You could also probably just connect. It's not that much of a difference. You just connect here, not allowing any cuts, and the best white can do now is this, but actually this move doesn't connect. Do you see why? It looks like white is connected, but white is not connected.
Okay, well, now you could go to R18.
And what happens after that?
Well, he could extend and you extend. And you've got,
No. If you play, okay, let's say you play, I'm going to mark A, and then if he plays B, what are you going to do?
well, okay, now you play P18.
Exactly, right? That stone is in trouble. So it's that same situation. The 2 stone, the Q18 stone, is right now it's okay. But as soon as black has a stone at A, and then you play P18, and that white stone is dead. So actually when you play here, white cannot extend the stone. White needs to protect here. And then you've already captured the corner. So even a simple connection, it works. So this works as well, but your suggestion worked maybe in a more clear manner. You just boom, Atari, and if white saves, connect, and nothing, 0. So this works clearly, but connection also works. And it works better than anything else because we're not letting white cut here. As soon as you play something else, white cuts and there's some trouble. Now you need to be very, very careful. Maybe there's still some ways, I don't even know. Maybe there's still some way to handle it, but it becomes much more complicated. So,
Okay.
connect, yeah. And even this Atari maybe is less interesting because now white can go down, and again, you need to think, can we capture this way? Maybe, but white cuts. And again, a lot of questions. If we take the 2 stones, yes, we can, but white can cut once again. So once white plays this move, you have to see that, okay, once white cuts here, there is some issues. There is some trouble. So you have to not let him cut here. Just not let him cut here and not let him separate the black stones. That's the trick. Okay, so at question number 2, which you kind of already answered, but I'm going to ask it anyway. So question number 2 is here. White plays here. You block. White connects. And what now? It's time to ask yourself the same questions as you asked before.
Okay, well, the first thing I always kind of look at is, can he take anything? And the answer is no.
Yep.
Second question is, can he connect like at Q19? No.
No. Yeah, if he plays,
So, okay.
let's say we pass, white plays 219, you don't even have to do this. No need. You can soft catch, just turn, and not allow any shenanigans.
Yeah. So that's not a threat.
Yep.
So what he's trying to do otherwise is make two eyes.
Yeah.
And
So
the vital point is
the final remaining question
T18.
is, can he do it?
Yeah. So I think T18 is the vital point.
Yes, but then, okay, let's look at it again. How can, like, if white can live, how can white live? In the previous example, when I asked you the same question, it was easy for you to see that white couldn't live. There was
Right.
absolutely no way. But what about this shape? If white can live, how will white live? This?
Yeah.
Okay, well, let's try to answer this. Let's suppose white plays this move, but you're black. Is there anything you can do?
Well, if sorry, if I pass, which I'm not going to do, but if I pass and
Yeah.
he plays S19,
Yeah. So
he's
S19
got
is,
two eyes.
yeah, S19 is a very, very obvious next move for white to make two eyes. Yeah.
So I could play S19.
Exactly. So that's the thinking. Like, if S19 is such a great point for him, let's think about taking it first. So let's say he plays 1 and you play 2. And what happens then?
Well, he can make one eye at T16,
Yes, but in this case, what are you going to do?
but R19.
Exactly. So this
So,
S19 is a very clever threat because, first of all, it pokes at the eye immediately, so it prevents two eyes. And also, it threatens to connect back to R19. So it does two things. It kills two birds with one stone.
yeah, yeah.
And so,
Now, if
yeah. And if he
if
plays
he
R19,
if he plays R19, then I play T16.
exactly. And this is how this problem is
So,
solved.
so he can't make two
He
eyes.
can't make two eyes. Yeah, it looks like one is a critical point, but when you look further, you discover that actually, even if he plays 1, you have a way to kill. And if you do have a way to kill, it means that you still don't have to play. You look at it, you ask yourself the same questions, you solve this problem right here, and then once you've solved it, you can play away. And this is what I did in the game. I think it was my turn, and at this point I played elsewhere. I played, something else. But again, I solved the problem for you. But in an actual game, you need to do the heavy lifting. You have to solve this problem. And yes, this is trickier than the other variation that we looked at, where it was like so obvious that you just can't live. This one, you actually have to spend some time and like ask yourself, okay, what can he do? Let's say I pass. Let's say I play here. And then he plays this move. Can I handle it? Well, yes. The key point. Okay, let's take this one. Yes, the key point. And either connect or T16. So once you see these, you solved it. Not so hard. Manageable. At your level, you can absolutely solve this. This is, I think, some of the problems that you're solving in your Tsumigo Hero. I think some of those are actually harder than this.
Okay.
Okay, so this game is out. Let me stop the recording for now, just to keep it